This is Cheryl with Sea Spirit Self-Healing. Excuse me, I need to reposition on my ball. This is my second time to do this. I got a friend that called and I only have a phone, so I don't edit. Man, I got a lot of stuff to deal with. As a Pisces, I have so much business, Saturn type stuff to deal with that phone editor thing, that editor thing ain't even in the top five. So it is what it is. And I allow with grace and ease. And here we are. Namaste. This is the job my higher self has given to me in my retirement, is to get on YouTube and learn who I really am. And I was just rereading a book I had, Journey of the Angels, because for 20 years I've been Crimson Circle. And yeah, I just lost that train of thought. But we came here to Earth, and after Samaria and Lemuria, and now to here, to learn who we are. Or else if you want to take it down into the Kabbalah, which I'm just barely learning, until we get so swollen with Malkuth, is that what it is, of materialism, that then suddenly the Spirit can descend and we are ready to learn. But otherwise, we're not hearing what is coming down. And what's coming down is real important to me. I'm retired. I put out a YouTube channel for Crohn's. I know there's some other Crohn's that have been through all kinds of shit out there. And we need a space too. Plus, it's fun uniting, watching all the starseeds that have come in and looking at the things that they are doing and the things they're worried about. It's just a great sociological experience to be here on YouTube and see and learn, who am I? I am that I am, and I know that I know. So, the first card I'm going to start with today, when I was shuffling and this card came out, I said, give me one card. It was like, no, that's not the card. This card is third wave. I'm always arguing with my cards. Darn them. But, I'm using the Thali deck. This is a thoth lesson, and I'm teaching thoth lesson and going over and over this because I do not know it, and this is the way I learn. And I guess you could say a bit, this is my journal, which I go back and critique and go, oh my God, why didn't you say that? Or what? But you know what? I'm seeing people with 2.5 thousand watches, likes, follow, whatever, and they call wands cups and Scorpio, Aquarius, and stuff on occasion too. So how about that's what I think. So anyway, the thoth cards. Third wave, the age of the fire and force, the age of Horus, the age of Aquarius. And I'm using the Thali deck. These are Arcturian star codes, sacred geometry. There's all kinds of sacred geometry. When I studied all the Drunvalo-Melchizedek for years, I am a Drunvalo-Melchizedek fan. I didn't realize how many other geometries besides, the Vestas of Pisces and Fibonacci spiral, I didn't realize there was other forms here. It's been very enlightening. So I wasn't on for a couple days because I've had a lot of heavy stuff to deal with or heavy stuff to avoid, however you want to mix that up. So the first card I got here today is the Princess of Cups. How beautiful is she? She rules Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Libra. So, she is going to be violently compassionate. She is going to have the energy to make things happen. And the Libra of the Sword of Truth. And she brings ideas to manifest with your emotions. Remember, the emotion you put behind your thought is what manifests. Energy in motion, emotion. She grounds vaporous and romantic ideas to manifestation. She is earth of water. She is fixed, fertile ground where water nourishes the life of ideas and flourishes. And it is a very bountiful looking card. And I cannot tell you all the symbolism because I didn't look it up. Princess of Cups. And the Princess of Cups is the base upon which the ace rests. Callie's cards are a little different, and they make more sense to me personally. If you're using these for a spiritual path, they make a lot more sense to me. The second card is the Lord of Established Strength. Another, you could say Horus, fire card. And this is the sun in 10 to 20 degrees of Aries. Aries also rules the Emperor, to give you an idea for that. And this is at the beginning. You know, they're just coming in there. They're still, it's forceful. It's cardinal. Lord of Established Strength. Fertilized idea. And a triangle is formatted. Formatted. What is the correct word on that? Look at the fire and the crystals coming out from there. Just gorgeous card. Idea of a certain stability. And once you're at this idea, it's not going to be upset. And this would be a masculine strength phallic card, of course, to move that sun soul source energy of where you're putting your imagination and the fertile ground forward. And the next card I got was a Two of Wands, which is 0 to 10 degrees Aries, but it's occupied this time by Mars. So both of these are Aries cards. One is Mars of action, and one is the sun of my true sun soul source. Wow. After I've got this chick planting it. All right, huh? Sounds good to me. Lord of Established Strength. Fertilized, oh no. See, I mixed them up and I had to refix them. Okay, this is Mars, 0, 10 degrees Aries, which is his home sign, first house. Lord of Dominion. 2 wands, fire in its most exalted form. The ideal, your will given, independent of any other given object. The truth is the will, and the will is love. Do as our wills. Do with integrity what is right for your will, and it's unstoppable. And it goes to this. And it's planted in the fertile field. And then for the fourth card, I'm just drawing card sequences. These are lessons. But, you know, they also work with the world, you know. I mean, I'm part of the mass consciousness too. So, the devil, the Lord of the Gates of Matter. This is actually a gorgeous card. It's a Capricorn card. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn the restrictor, Saturn the demolisher, Saturn the armies, Saturn the old things. Capricorn. Capricorns usually, I can't go there about Capricorns. I'll be too socially inappropriate on what you see and what you get. And this is based on more than one observation. Lord of the Gates to Matter. I guess that's why they're the devil. Creative energy in its most material form. And because Capricorn sits at the top of the zodiac, it's on the zenith. It's the most exalted of all signs. Father Time. Father Time. And you know, Father Time. Saturn is a bastard child of the sun, and he's always trying to control and make up, because the sun was so bright that his wife would not go near him, so she sent her maid Shade. So he was born in the shade, and this has actually caused a lot of conflicts throughout the eons. This is Pan. This is Pan, creation, masculine and its most masculine. The fertile phallus that needs the receptive to manifest, right? We got the Princess of Cups. Pure desire. life force, energy to create for our own purposes. Thus, the key words for Capricorn are I use. I use. Crowley cracks me up because he was the master of illusion. The press hated him, but he was like, keep it humorous, you know? Laugh at yourself. Take this pure creative pan power and go forth without anyone's to influence you. Aspire. Pure desire, life force, energy to create for our own purpose. Sorry, I said that. Humor to proceed. A joy in the creating. The joy in creating ourselves. Live and accept all. The grateful cultural... I'm going to vary here. The thing about the Kali deck is this devil card is gratefulness. Be grateful for every experience you have had because they are part of you on the path. And the best way to look at those is through humor or curiosity. Oh my God, how curious is that? The refrigerator just fell over, you know, versus getting all emotionally steamed up about it. Now, the society of which we live in the world has taken religion and laws and such, and they've perverted this card. They have perverted our primordial force, our spark within that gives us who we are, our sun soul source, the fire, the sexual fire of energy, to be something dirty, ugly. Oh man, they've really made it dirty, ugly it's a market, right? But this is actually, this along with the Chariot, this is like tantric yoga. This is when a new consciousness is born, a new energy signature, whether it be a material form that we can see or one that is an ideal that we hold within ourselves. This seeks balance. It looks pretty balanced to me. Like I said, the RWS, they equate this card to chains to be materially bound. We can look at it here as our dark aspects that we need to look at, give birth to, and allow to express. I don't mean go out and kill someone, but if it's like take off your shirt and run down the beach, who are you going to hurt, you know? Powerful sexual energies for creation. Tantric grace. It's a very powerful card, Capricorn. And in our world right now, we're Capricorn, with this sun in this full moon in Leo, right? A self-reflection of our sun soul source, the sun. The final card I got is just absolutely perfect. And I didn't print all these out. I'm still kind of wondering about this, making these journals with all that ink. Maybe there's something else I'd rather print. Queen of Cups. Now this is 20 degrees Gemini to 20 degrees Cancer. So this is going to be movement and communication in the emotions. The Queen of Thrones of Water. This is such a beautiful card. The thrones all represent a goddess. Drink of the throne. Chalice. To the chalice. Drink of the chalice, which is the female receptive, correct? Reflects the High Priestess, which is really cool. I got the High Priestess out to be our goddess card. But the Queen of Cups is so bright. You see but your own reflection. And if you like who you are, you think the Queen of Cups is the most charming, gracious woman you've ever met. But if you don't like who you are, and she's reflecting back to you, you're going to find her to be an absolutely awful person. When really, all she is but a reflection. And if you put these cards together, and I'm not trimming them, you'll see that the Queen of Cups is part of the goblet of the High Priestess. See, they're each a goblet, a female goblet. So, Reflection of reflection, or mirror to mirror. Perfect if you see yourself. I said all that stuff. Blah, blah. I'm getting better, aren't I? So, to equate this to me, to put this out to a spell for the universe, I don't know what quite to do. Right now in our universe, we're coming into all new times, 2020, right? Fertile ground, as above, so below. It's all going to respond to our vibration. The future is the past healed. You take these aspects that you consider dark and you won't admit to, these dark hidden aspects, and you embrace them and you heal them. The future is the past healed. Thus far, when you look in the mirror and see yourself, and someone reminded me this the other day. I remember we used to just exercises, 20 years ago or whatever, where you look in the, do that mirror work at yourself. Because when you stand in front of the mirror, you see but a reflection of yourself. You're not seeing yourself anyway. Go try that, hang out for a while, and make sure you get good eye contact. So the reflection of who you are, and it's often, the Queen of Cups is hard to see. She is so reflective, but she is but a reflection of you. So we have this couple here. We have the phallic of fire, and we have the Queen of Cups of water. And it seems like that's got something to do with the elements of this moon. So the ground is fertile right now, and magnetic influence is coming in what's been unlocked and is available for us to use: vibratory music, color, studies. We have more phallic energy here, but that's your sun soul source. That's your primordial energy that gets you going. And the princess, a fertile ground to plant in, to create for me, for you, for our nation, for our world. If we continue to become more aware through our beingness and our vibration, we make the changes. We don't make the changes. I'm standing behind the short wall on everything because it's such a high-level wizard game that I've learned to see it. Power is an illusion. Power is an illusion. It's just another timeline. And you know what? I get some slack about this. I'm more worried about getting through the Bordeaux right now than I am about anything. I think they said it takes an ascended master 49 days and they know where they're going. So the God and Goddess card I chose was the High Priestess, which is the moon, which is a Pisces card, which is what I am, so that works. And we're working in the age of Horus, the age of Aquarius. That's my moon. And no, that's a goat, not a bull. I'm a stubborn Taurus ascending. And I also brought in Pan. I have great respect for this Pan card. Everybody here that's watched me at all knows I'm a major Dion Fortune fan. She's got a book called The Goat-Footed God. It's a fiction book, but it actually works off the Kabbalah. But it's a fiction book, and it's pretty cool. Dion Fortune's books I read every year or so because it gets another layer off the onion. So here we have the High Priestess of the Void, of the Moon, and the Pan of Saturn. And that's just how I decided to pair them. Remember, third wave, third eon. Use your primal sun, soul, fire source wisely. And my last card, Infinity, Alpha, Omega. I am the consciousness, and of all things, I am the universe. So what we are doing is remembering ourselves to who we were before we came through the wall of fire. And we're learning to do it without guilt. Without guilt. With the reflection of it. Yeah, without guilt, incorporating ourselves to learn and see our true reflection, who we really are. And doing it Well, because I'm a woman, or anybody with the grace of the female receptacle, which I know this is not the ace, but it's pretty close. So this is just kind of fun. Look, we have two couples. I am that I am, and I know that I know. Use your energy wisely. The time is now to get these things done. This is such an exciting time that we came here to watch this earth change. And that just didn't sound very smart or high-level philosophic or whatever. But this is what I'm doing in my retirement. I'm having to learn to re-talk and to relate to people. So if you sat through this, I give you, it always makes me think about who would sit through all this stuff. But I appreciate it very much. May the goddess bless and have, I think it's Saturday. That's a cool part of being retired, right? Have a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Actually, I think I'm going to go with a friend and we're going to ride the ferry, which is part of the Texas highway system, from Galveston Island over to the mainland of another part of the mainland, and then back. And the dolphins are out there, and it's kind of cool. So many blessings on this full moon, and I might get on later when I get home and do another read, because I was kind of, what do you call it, down in my cups. In the looking in that grail. What's that part of that grail that I put in there? I didn't see it for a little while. I felt a lot more like the Eight of Swords, but I don't now. Now I feel more like the High Priestess and Pan chasing around for fun, but knowing that I got the wings. Got the wings. Anyway, God is blessed. Love you all. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.